you know, I never had much. I didn't want to work. As a kid growing up, I left school and I was like, I don't want to work. You know, and anything I could do not to work, I would. I wanted to sign on, and the genre wasn't enough, so I just got up to all sorts of skullduggery, selling weed, robbing people. You know, I got this thing together where I could like sort of. Basically, someone would want some weed, and I'd give them like a wrap of like, you know, sawdust or something. You know,
I just remember my brother when he found out that I was in a band with Benj, because my brother used to be his teacher.
Yeah, he was my woodwork teacher.
Right, he was a woodwork, and you know, it's a long story to that, but I remember him saying, "God, you're not in a band with that Benji, you? He's blinking nuts, he is. What are you doing in a band with him?"
Yeah,
I said, "You don't know him, Nick, like I know him.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy."
Yeah,
By
the time that came around, I changed. Yeah. But I lived my life like on the streets, hustling, making money the best way I could. I mean, like, if it took fighting or beating people up, that's the way I lived my life. And I did that for about 5 or 6 years. Fortunately, I never went to prison, because all my friends recognized the talent. That they could see I was a singer, and they knew that's what I really should be doing. So all the heavy shit I got involved in, they'd always give me alibis for some reason, and I never went to prison. But I know I should have went to prison a few times, in different ways. But then I seen the light and I got Jesus, and that sort of changed. That was definitely a 360 turnaround in my life. And it's funny because the week I got Jesus, I met Earache Records. It just didn't work, like, you know. And then I got all religious, but it wasn't like, yeah, I was religious, very like, you know, Christianity, born again kind of dude. And I just stopped all the badness, all the madness, and focused on lyrics, writing lyrics of uplifting and conscious lyrics about, you know, what life can be like when you change. So I had that life-changing thing, but it really helped me. I mean, all the wrong things I did, all the bullshit and all the skullduggery I got up to, I think it sort of set the tone for the band lyrically. You know what I mean? So
yeah, very spiritual, very spiritual.
I had that road to Damascus experience, like, that turned my life around.
If somebody said to me, "Do you want to go to San Francisco and make a video tomorrow?" I'd be like, "Yeah, all right then." You know, but I remember the situations,
yeah,
the sketches.
Well, we were in the studio recording. And
I remember did you blow up on somebody because the bottle tops wasn't unscrewed properly?
Yeah. I couldn't open a bottle top. And
you know, nearly fired a crew member because he
water.
Because of the water.
Yeah.
Because he didn't unscrew them. We had this massive argument backstage. Yeah, but you're supposed to undo the bottle tops when we're on stage, because I look like a right twat when I go up and I pick my water up and it didn't come out. It's like, oh, this is proper Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
This is amazing. We are reliving Spinal Tap. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing.
All that sort of stuff is what made it for me. I mean, at the time I was thinking, oh no, this is terrible. But when you look back on it, it was amazing. I don't regret none of it.
Like, I remember the first time we went to America. You know, we we went over there and we were doing the Warp Tour. We were in a van. We did it in a van with the gear in the van with us, traveling across America. You know,
unbelievable. We used to leave at like a motel or wherever we was in about like sort of 6, 7 in the morning. When we drive like all day practically to get to one of the gigs. We'd get out, we'd play the show, we'd get back in a van, drive till about 2 or 3 in the morning, find a motel, stay there for a couple of hours, get up at 6, 7 o'clock again in the morning, drive all day again until we got there, and we'd have to leave. And it was a real drag, wasn't it? Because every night they'd have these massive parties and we'd all have to go to make it to the next show.
The first night we stayed in one of the most famous hotels, right on Sunset, I think it is, and they were laying the Hoover. We were staying there. We had 3 rooms in there. This is on that tour when we was all in the van, crushed. And one morning we woke up and it was like they were making this like a stage right outside Richie's window. And we realised, we opened the window a couple of hours later, and like the media's there and the cameras and all this stuff's there now. And we all look out the window and realise that they're going to lay a star on the strip, like, for somebody. I wonder who it is. Next thing you know, Patrick Swayze's coming up, and there's like cameras clicking and all that. And the mayor or whoever it was starts presenting him with a star and, you know, being an asset and all this. And Richie's in the window. And we're all leaning out of the window. And as like the mayor makes this little gap in his speech, Richie shouts out, "Swayze, you wanker!"
And they all look up as well, don't they? All look up,
Everybody looked up. The whole of Hollywood
and we
looked
just-
up at us, like.
I jumped back in and I left, and it was Stubbsy and you and all.
and I just remember running down the hall.
So they were left there, stood there, going, "What me? What me?"
I just remember running down the hall, like everybody just left the room and ran down the hall.
The thing is, I saw that on a biography channel a couple of months ago.
What,
that
when it was
actual
during the
sketch, right? And I was sat there, you know, it was on the
You
telly
hear it
in the back. No, it's just, you know, Patrick Swayze, you know.
Yeah, he died, didn't he? Yeah.
You know, innit? But they had on the biography channel, and I thought, oh my God, that is the actual, you know,
The event.
That's the
one
event.
of those cameras. The event
Would have
I was
caught
like,
Swayze a
but they
wanker.
must have edited that
Something
out
must
quite
have.
cleverly, because I didn't hear no Swayze a wanker. Do you know what I mean?
I'd just like to say, I don't think Patrick Swayze's a wanker. And I used to love Patrick Swayze, Dirty Dancing, one
Ghost.
of my favourite film, Ghost, classic.
Yeah.
And, you know, God rest his soul.
We all learned pottery after that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.